Hello chat, sorry for the bit of a delay. I realized halfway through my starting soon screen that I hadn't filled my drink bottle up, so I ran out to the kitchen to grab that. So it's not fully full, but you know, it is what it is. How are you guys doing? Sandwich, welcome into the chat on the YouTube side. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, slight panic moment over. Okay, I can calm down now. I'm trying to like dry my drink bottle because it was in the dishwasher. How is chat doing today? How y'all doing? Yeah, it was a slight water panic. But crisis is resolved. Crisis is resolved. We're okay. For now. Hello, Sandwich. You're in both YouTube and Twitch chat. How you doing, Sandwich? And G, hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Now, you guys might notice that I've got shaders on, and I don't play with shaders very much at all, if any. Like, yes, they look pretty, but they can be a little bit distracting. Just switch to Twitch. I see. And also, well, they're a bit laggy for recording here in the land down under. I'm honestly surprised the stream is holding up well. I won't be here for long. That's all good. Glad you could pop in for a little bit though. What was my task on Biome Bound this week? My task was to reach Y level 500 without an elytra. So I'm gonna self promo this. I made a video on it. Over on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I had to reach Y level 500 without an elytra and land safely. So that was a bit of fun. And yeah, I succeeded. I want to say first try, but like first idea. Mate, is it 1:30 a.m.? Is it 1:30 a.m. for you, Sandwich? Go to sleep, buddy. My goodness. You need to sleep. Now chat, I do apologize. I am still a little bit sick. That's why I wasn't able to stream on the weekend. So I will occasionally having to be muting to clear my throat, blow my nose, like I'm about to do right now. Give me like 2 seconds, chat. Okay, so shaders, yes, I have shaders on, and I don't normally have shaders on, and that has that's the wrong button, that's free cam, not F5. That has everything to do with my stream title. If you guys have noticed, I have called it Painting the Server, and for that I need to get out of free cam and swap over to this scene. Hi chat! How are you guys doing? And then I need to make sure that my capture is the right thing. And hopefully it's not too big. There we go. Oh wait, that's like kind of perfect. So I'm gonna log out of Minecraft now, close it down, and fiddle around with this size a little bit. Is that the right size? Yeah, so yes, this is what we're doing today, chat. This is what I wanted to do on Sunday, but then I was sick and I couldn't do it on Sunday. So yes, I'm gonna move my keyboard, and I might keep my mouse to my side. So this is what we're working with. It's very weird seeing like 3 cameras on my screen because I've got the previews for Twitch and YouTube as well. Yeah, my mouse is very loud, despite my having a mouse pad. It's because I talk quietly, so my gain has to be quite loud to balance that. Well, I don't talk that quietly, but for some reason my mic picks me up very quietly. So yes, this is the mouse. That is very loud, and especially when I do this. I need to get better at that. But this is my stuff. This is what we're doing. And I've got a couple of reference images of different people's bases. I forgot to grab reference images, so I was in a slight panic 10 minutes before stream, running around the server getting pictures. Got some stuff. And this is the big ticket item. I just knocked my monitor. That's fine. Ta-da! All the pretty colors. So yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of a chill stream today. Your base doesn't suck, Sandwich. Your base doesn't suck. Oh, that's the wrong color. What color is that? Just like conscious that the camera is right here and I like don't want to knock it. Oh no, that is a dark green. Okay, yeah, my dark green is kind of broken. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there, which fortunately means you're not gonna be able to see like the purple and brown side. But this is my Biome sketchbook. You guys might recognize some pieces that are in it. Like this one. I made a post about this one. The Biome crew will definitely recognize this one. At least wait until the mountain is done. Yeah, okay. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get time to paint everyone's base in this stream. One day. Like, okay. One day. Why are you so tall? You're standing on something. Because composition and framing, yes. Then I've got a couple of these sketches, and I have painted one base so far. I have just covered my name because I did sign it, which I definitely thought through. I've done Froggy's starter base, but I'm not happy with this painting. I'm not happy with how it turned out. It doesn't do it justice. Yeah, so this one doesn't do it justice, so I'm gonna try and maybe redeem ourselves. I've got a couple of photos of Froggy's base because they're such a good builder. We're gonna start a new one. I don't have a lot of room here. Okay, I'm gonna move that over to the side. Okay. So these are the photos that I managed to grab this morning. So I've got one of Sky's base, which I really would love to try and do. I'm realizing now it's not centered. It was hard to get the photos with the camera mount in the way. We've got Froggy's mega base, or at least the start of it, and their starter base. And we've got Vero's base, and we've got Cam's base. Now these were the ones that I managed to get in a short time. I really should have remembered to do that last night, but I didn't. So as much as I'd like to do mine, it's heavily unfinished. I mean, I guess I can kind of mentally fill it in because I know what it looks like, but still. I reckon we should maybe start with this one. Start with Sky's base. If you guys haven't checked out any of Sky's videos, they don't stream, they do YouTube instead. Actually, I might pin a message in the chat saying go and check these people out. Sky's base is amazing. Members bases. Go and check everyone out. You were looking for them, but they couldn't find them. Makes sense that they don't stream. Yeah, they don't stream. They make YouTube videos, so go and check them out on YouTube. I think it's something kind of cool. Such incredible builder, and yes, their floor is amazing, and it's so cool. It's so cool. You don't know whose base it is. Just ask. Yeah? What'd you realize? Typing ASMR stream. Ah! Oops. So, I have full screened my YouTube preview and paused something. Okay, fixed it. Ooh. Cool. That's not very far away. Why do you sharpen my pencils? Look how, I realized I just like stabbed the pencil towards my camera. Look how blunt that is. This is really hard, chat. The camera is, yeah. Yeah, that is really close. Best of luck. Okay, I'm gonna go sharpen that. Okay, so that, okay, I'm still holding my thing out here, expecting the camera to be here. That didn't do too much, but it is slightly sharper. Surely I've got a manual pencil sharpener somewhere. Found it, chat. I found it. Hey, Spider Girl, welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to have you on board. We're doing a bit of an art stream. I found my pencil sharpener, guys, which means I'm going to sharpen this. Okay. Let's figure this out, shall we? The music is gonna make me fall asleep. Yeah, the music kind of makes me fall asleep. But it's really pretty and I like it. Okay. I might turn some more lights on in my room so that I can see. It's weird because the past few days have been incredibly sunny. But then today I woke up, pulled the curtains, and it was very cloudy, and I was like, I see. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to pick up on the paper because my initial sketch has to be very light. And then my, well, watercolors themselves are quite light in color. Does that? Okay, that picks up okay. But my sketch is not going to be visible at all. Like, I don't know how visible that is. Let's just give it a shot, shall we? Okay, I think I need to start with the perspective points. But because Scar's face is rounder, it's quite complicated. So we're going to start with the horizon line. And we'll drop it about here. I don't know how visible that is. I might need to turn that light back off again, unfortunately. Because I don't think you can see that. Yeah. This eraser is like the best eraser I've ever used. Okay, I'm gonna turn that light off and see if that does any difference, see if we can see that line or not. Okay, you can see a little bit. The problem is that line is too dark for me to paint, though. So I do need to lighten it. It's also not straight, so I'm going to try this again. It's not a straight line. I don't want to have to use my eraser too much because I don't want to get eraser dust on my mouse pad. Okay, we're going to start with that baseline there. There's a tree roughly in here. Am I going to draw the grass too? I think I will. I might move them a little bit or just do the first one. But I think they'd be cute to draw in. So there's 2 trees in here. I don't know how much of this is being picked up by the camera. What happens if I... Can you see? Kind of. I don't know whether it's focusing or not. But you can see I'm kind of sketching in. And then there's... To be honest, nothing. Yeah, I had wondered. Because I'm watercoloring it, my pencil sketch has to be incredibly light so that it doesn't get trapped. Once you put the watercolor over, it's incredibly hard to remove the graphite on the page. Which is fun! And I don't want the graphite in the page. I'm here for the vibes. Yay! There's a tree there, there's a tree there, there's a tree there. Okay, now we can actually work on the fun part, drawing their base. I love doing like architectural sketches and stuff. Like, buildings are my vibe. I love doing buildings, and I don't like the positioning of those trees. And these ones are too big. So the mountain needs to come down here, which means the tree needs to be here. Okay, now to actually build the base, we'll bring it up to about here. We want it to sit in this section here, in this box. No bigger than that. There's a little tree off on the other side of the hill. And then there's a ghast about here. Yeah, go get some rest, mate. It's really early for you. You should be asleep. Thanks for jumping by. See you later. Have a good rest. Have a good time zone. Okay, we'll have a ghast about there, and we might put another one up in here. Okay, so Scar's base, the middle and the top of the front door, the 2 highest points reach about the same part, so I can just draw a straight line down here. Got a rose window. You know what I didn't do? Give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm just thinking out loud here. If we... I'm just trying to figure out the proportions here. I haven't put in any perspective lines, so I am unsure how this is gonna go. Let me think. Perspective lines would be, the perspective on this picture is a bit wonky, so I'm kind of just gotta, I can't just do a straight circle here. I'm kind of gotta make it slightly ovally. Kind of. Like, I want to get the sketch kind of right so that when I go over with the paint, and then that needs to be on a slight angle, but not too much of an angle because that's too much of an angle. I'll put my perspective line, I guess, here and here. So they should be on the ends of the pages. Like that. I think that's right. We might fix it in a bit. But for now, we'll line that up. We're gonna add a little bit more detail to the shape of the window overall, because it is not a perfect circle being Minecraft, and I'm gonna honor that a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna go up here with a point. Two more points. And then on the side of these windows here, they also got points that reach to the same level. Okay. And then we've got to add a bit of 3D perspective in. You know, make it actually look like it's meant to be doing what it's meant to be doing. There should be curves like that. And then to the perspective point, a line along the bottom here. Hey Dev, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is what we're working with so far. It's very hard to see because my pencil sketch has to be incredibly light. You're doing good. That's good to hear. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. I'm trying to like clean up my rubber dust because I don't want it on my mouse pad. Hey Potato! Welcome in, welcome in. Give me 2 seconds and I will show you what I've been working on. I'm just like cleaning my desk. How you doing, Potato? How you doing? Okay, this is what I've got so far. Not sure how well, one, the camera's focusing because my OBS is tiny, and two, how much of that you can see. Okay, if I make like shadow, you can kind of see a little bit more. You can see a little bit? Okay, cool. I am gonna have to remember, and chat, you might have to remind me for this. Thank you for the sub. Whoever subbed. Is there any filter you can put in? Not really. So I am conscious that I'm drawing really light because when I watercolor with this over the top, if my pencil lines are too dark, it locks the graphite and I can't remove it afterwards. So basically I do my sketch, even though I'm like really light with my sketch, and then I go with my eraser and just take the sketch off and then watercolor it. I could just jump straight to watercolor, I'll be real, but like the sketch helps me figure out proportions and stuff. Hey, thanks for the sub, Potato. Thanks for the prime. Okay. Let's try and figure out Scar's door. Okay, so that actually isn't a point, that's a curve. You're welcome, Dev. You snowmaned my base, so... Well, veto it with other people, as long as you're not griefing. It's fine. I think I made that too big. I don't think I made the window big enough. Time to start again. Dev, if Potato has got a point, Dev. Okay, let me make that bigger. You gotta go eat dinner, but you'll be back in a bit. Well, thanks for jumping in, Spider Girl. I hope you enjoy your food, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Hey, Froggy! Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for jumping by. Okay. Yeah, that scale is much better. I am glad that I changed that. Honestly, it was unintentional, but you know what? I'll pretend it was intentional. How you doing, Froggy? How you doing? Okay, so line that way. Good, that's good to hear. I'm doing well. I'm finally well enough to stream, so yes, I'm happy. What is that? Overhang. It looks like on the reference image. I'm realizing I'm pointing at my monitor and you can't see that where I'm pointing. There we go. I don't know how to explain this. The point where the corner is, I don't know whether there's a lip or an overhang of the roof. I'm assuming there is, because that would make sense. But okay, so the door has like a pillar there and then a pillar there. And then an arch. That needs to be a solid line, and so does that. And there's lanterns on... Nope, lantern is in the middle, not on individual ones. Lantern in the middle. And then there's a little bit of perspective and angling there, but it's very subtle because of the way that the hill runs. Okay, then there's a pillar like here. And a pillar on this side. And that actually sticks out, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, the trapdoors make it stick out. So we will add that into there. And adjust on this side for it. Okay. Then we need the other point of the window. Window? Roof. Like that. And then the wall. Okay, like that. Just gonna have some water. Okay, that's the easy part done. Unfortunately. Now we have to do the hard part, which is this side. So the side on the left. Lot more perspective. At least the lines are pretty clear, but there's a lot more perspective work that needs to go into it. So let me just see where that lines up. Okay, the bottom of this point. So it doesn't go all the way to the top. It goes to about here. And it would be here. And this needs to sit slightly lower than that, where it comes around. So like a slight curve. Okay, I've done my perspective and my proportion lines wrong there, because it's actually like this. We're looking down on it. Okay. This is a triangular point, and you can't really see too much detail on this side because it is quite lean because of the angle that we're working at here. We do need this to be a little thicker. And we do need it to be like this on the bottom. And the hill kind of comes around like that. Okay, cool. This line here needs to connect to this line here. Like that. There's a lantern there, there's a lantern there. Then that kind of comes towards here with the intention to connect up, but then it is stopped by this middle piece here. Which joins from that corner and comes up like so. Has a point there and 2 points there. And then has a point here as well. Okay, so that top part of the building there is taller on that side than it is on the front, I guess. And you can kind of just see in the corner those parts from the other entrance. We're gonna add the points. pillars. And then add the glass. Oh yeah, we've got to add the pillar on this side. The glass connects to. Okay, that is the rough sketch so far. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but you can kind of see the start of the base. I need to go in and add the windows in here, and then we can start painting once we erase my sketch so that paint doesn't get trapped. I'm not talking from experience. I'm not bitter at all about getting graphite stuck in my art. Not at all. What are you talking about? Okay, so there's a couple of, I'm assuming that's like a bit of a windowy section in here. And then on this side we have a pillar here. So we'll make that stick out just a little bit. And then the actual window frame. Oh, it's actually quite a big window. And then it's split into thirds. And then there's another pillar. Okay, that is Scar's base. A lot of glass, so that's going to be so much fun. I was just about to have some water. Thank you for the hydrates. Yeah, go get some food. Please don't spam the hydrates. I am drawing different people's bases. This one is Scar's. I'm just adding in some happy gas at the moment. Potato. Thank you for the hydrate. No, go get your food and stuff and... Oh, my music has stopped. Why has my music stopped? Why has my music stopped? Yes, I am still watching it. Hey Doc, you in my chat? Hey Winter, how you doing? You really want to make something for all the members and you've got an idea but you won't spoil it if you can't do it. That's fair enough. That is fair. Why is it showing unstable? Why is it showing unstable? Why is it also paused on my preview? Play. Well, you know, if it dies, I'm sorry. Okay, let's draw some ghasts and add some bamboo to the. Actually, we don't need to sketch the bamboo, and we can add that with the watercolor. You're doing good. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. I'm currently doing a little bit of painting, a little bit of sketching. We're gonna start with painting Scar's base, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. We will determine whether or not we do another person's base or we call it. But we will see. Just gonna sketch in the happy gas a little bit. Got big goggles, and they're happy. Okay, so this is my final sketch. Now I need to lighten the sketch so that I can see what I'm doing. So yes, you won't be able to see anything for much longer. I also want to take off some of my perspective guidelines that I no longer need at all. is always my least favorite part of painting, because I normally will either not take enough of the graphite off or take too much of it off and then have no idea what I'm painting. Kind of feel like I need to sneeze, which is a bit weird. Okay. Clean the eraser off. Put eraser dust straight into the rubbish bin. I'm gonna mute quickly. I need to clear my throat again. Okay, throat clear. I can breathe again. Let's pop these away. Move those over to the side, and we can start painting. I'm gonna leave that up there. I think I'm gonna have my paints on this side. I've been pretty good. Pretty chill. It's been chill. Okay. Now, there is a lot of pink and a lot of dark colors, but because it's a night photo, there's also a lot of like dark tones to it as well. So we might start by just blocking in some of the darker tones. I think you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and I could kind of go like that. It's a bit close for my liking, but you know, we will make it work for stream. I don't have a color swatch. I don't have a color swatch page. Okay. That's okay. We might add a little bit of purple in because it is a warmer tone. Okay, and maybe a touch of orange. There we go. Okay, so that will be our very incredibly light shadow wash. So there'll be shadows on this side of the hill. It's probably too dark, to be honest. Shadows on this side of the hill. Shadows on this side of the base. Okay, we need to make more of that color. So some blue, some of the purple, a touch of orange. Shadows on this part of the base. This part here needs to be completely in shadow. And along here, this one is basically fully in shadow. There'll be shadows around here. And then a little bit of shadow in under here, although there is a light source there as well. And then shadows along the bottom of the hill again. like that. We'll add a couple of shadows to the trees. For the happy gas, because they are a cool tone, I will just go straight in with the blue for the shadow. Oh, how did I get brown in there? Oops. Okay, yeah, straight in with the blue. We'll add a little bit of water to just dilute that slightly. Okay. And now we wait for it to dry. I know, riveting. So, we might add a bit of orange around the shadows of the hill because it is a slightly different, it's not like, because the hill would be green and brown compared to the pink, we want like the contrastiness. So we might go and add a little bit of orange, really light, just to some of the shadows along here. To just to cancel out a bit of the purpley-ness. Like that. And then for this tree as well, up in the back here, shadow. Now we wait for things to dry. If only there was and it would dry. I do think that is tacky enough though. Okay, let us go in with the pink. We're not going to jump straight in with the dark color, which I do have a tendency to do. But we're gonna go in and make some pink. We're gonna go like a nice light pink. So we'll mix in a little bit of yellow, I reckon, with that. And some white. Make it nice and light. And some water to soften the color. What do you reckon? That kind of pink? I think we go with that. Oh! Whoops. So we're gonna work on the door. So this part here is pink. And then there's pink through here. The pillar is dark, and then this section here is pink. This part here is all pink. This part here is a very subtle pink. It is also heavily in shadow, so I will probably need to reshadow that part there. Pink here. Now for the glass, I'm going to water the colour down even more. up. See you, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, just going over all of the glass sections with pink. The sun's out! The sun's out! It's very bright. Why is it so bright? Now you guys can't see. Do I need to like adjust my camera settings to account for the sun? Is it gonna go back behind the cloud? Is the sun gonna go back behind the cloud? Is it worth me adjusting? Let me just darken this section here, and I will mess around with my camera settings to account for this newfound sunshine. Okay. Let me move that to the side and bring my keyboard back. What's the camera thing called? Camera hub, there we go. Okay, right. I need to do some adjustments. Exposure. Drop the exposure. Up the contrast. Decrease the contrast. Up the contrast. I don't really want to saturate it. I kind of want it to be a bit more. Hi Lo-Fi, how you doing? How you doing? I'm trying to mess around with camera a little bit because the sun came through and it's very bright, so now I've got to account for that. You're doing well, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Glad to have you in the stream. Okay, I think that's the best I'm gonna have to do. Okay. I can put the keyboard away now. Okay, chat, this is what I've got so far. Got a little bit of base and a little bit of pink. Bit of pink. Make sure you guys can see that. Okay. Now there is some like darker pink sections as well. They're almost red. Because I think the block uses netherrack or crimson. Crimson one? Yeah, the dark red one. That one. And we're going to add a little bit of purple just to darken it slightly. Maybe a bit more than that. Okay, color-wise, how does that look? Could be better. Could be darker. I don't really want to add black. Okay, I like that. That works. So this part is the dark part here. I need to add some water. It's too saturated. Like that. And then part along here, the pillar is dark. It's dark red. And then along the door frame, there's this dark red part in here. You know, I forgot to paint that pink. that was silly. I'll go and do that in 2 seconds. Let's fill in these pillars first. These dark ones, at least. Okay, let's get the light pink back. And we're just gonna... Oh, I still had the dark colour on my brush. Oh well, we will make do with what we're working with here. Okay, back to the dark one. We've got some points here where these pillars are the dark red. Just darken them up, define them a little better. Okay, like so. Now we need to go back to the light pink and just go over some of the lighter sections. So we'll do that, and we add some white in there as well. Make sure the brush isn't too damp, because that would be fun. Okay, for the glass bits, I am going to ignore the interior and just pretend that there isn't necessarily one. Simply because I'm not really sure how well I look. I might sketch it in, but I'm not going to paint it in. I feel like the paints would get a little too muddy. Okay, while we're waiting for the base part to dry, we might work on the trees and the hill. So around here and around here. And maybe the happy gas as well. Because, you know, they're cute little guys. Maybe the sky as well. I don't know, we will see. I don't know why I washed my brush, because the trees are cherry trees. It's the cherry blossom biome after all, Mickey. Just gonna do like a base color. I love painting trees, but they can be a little bit finicky at times to paint. Okay, there is a birch tree, so I'm going to use this green, I reckon. A little bit greener. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna pop that in there, just a happy little tree. We're kind of just doing bases at the moment, and then we can go in and add texture and color in a bit. Okay, that's our little birch tree, and let's give him a friend. Give from a friend. A little happy cherry tree in there as well. Like that. And we're gonna go in and do some of the bamboo that's in the back corner as well. I feel like this background music is much louder. Give me 2 secs. Where's my mouse? There it is. There we go. Okay. We're gonna just tap in the bamboo. Just pop a couple of little stalks in there. I'm gonna put one in there as well. And tap 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 tap. Tap 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 tap. Leafy bit at the top. And there as well. There, now we've added some bamboo. Let me dry the brush off. Guess the next thing would be to actually paint in the grass. So we'll do that. And I'm gonna add some orange into this green as well. Hi Starlet, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you again. You're great, that's so good to hear. I'm doing well. I'm finally well enough to stream again. I got a little sick. So this stream was actually planned for Sunday, which was a couple of days ago. But unfortunately I got sick and I couldn't stream. So I'm doing it now. But yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm definitely well enough to be streaming. Oh, I forgot to masking tape. Every time I painted in the sketchbook, I forgot to masking tape. So there's no satisfying border. You just got over sickness as well. There must be something going around. You know? Look at there's something in the streams that's going around. Why is there so much dust in the paint? Which paint did I use that had dust trapped in it? Honestly, probably all of them. I think all of my paints are slightly dusty. It's because I think my palette is slightly dusty. Okay, let's get some more paint. Saturated a bit, or desaturated a bit. Yeah, I really like painting. Art is fun. Art is really fun. This tree needs to be taller. This tree needs to be much taller. We'll fix it in 2 seconds, chat. We'll ignore it for now. Not our problem yet. New fact learned? What fact did you learn? I need to fix that tree before it bugs me. That I enjoy art? Oh yeah. Yeah, I love doing art. let me fix this tree and I'll show you the other two pieces that are in the sketchbook. This one is a painting one, which I am kind of thinking of dedicating entirely to Biome bound stuff. Let me fix the size of this tree. I think it needs to cross over the cherry. And we can kind of blend it in with the grass, and we'll fix it. We'll fix it with the sketch over the top. We'll fix it with the line art. It's fine. It's fine. The mistake never happened. So while we wait for that to dry off a little bit. So this is one I did of Froggy's base, which I'm not super happy with because I don't think I did it justice. I don't think it's my best work. And then these are a couple of sketches that I did of people. I think I made a post about this on my YouTube. These sketches. And then this is my main Biome bound piece. This is my first proper Biome bound art. And I'm super happy with the background. The background turned out amazing. I'm not so keen on the people. Like, I love the people but like, I'm not perfectly happy with how all the sketches turned out. But the background's amazing. Like look at that mountain. I'm not sure if that's focusing or not, but look at that mountain. It's so cool. It's a cool mountain. Thank you. Thank you. I actually tried a lot with that one. Okay. Shall we add in the dark parts, the dark pillars? So blackstone is kind of slightly purpley, which is why I hardly ever use it directly as a black stone in my builds because of that slightly purpley pinkish appearance. I read your message as I was talking and it came out weird. Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna lock in slightly, so I may go silent. And I apologize in advance for my locking in. Okay. As much as I love watercolor, getting darkness with watercolor is hard. I should have waited for the sun to rise before I took this photo because now I've got to deal with creating nighttime shadows and getting the darkness, which is fun. It's fun. It's fine. I need more of that dark purpley color. Okay. Locking in again. And there's a pillar here. And a pillar here along here where the window starts. And here where the window ends. And then there's two little ones in the window itself. And I am, even though this isn't in the base, I am going to run a line along the bottom of the window just to frame it. Okay, then there's no pillar in the corner, but there's one here on this end. And then through there. And then there's a line running across. That's not straight. To there. And eventually ends up as the other roof. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Add a bit of purple in there as well. Then we can go over with this part. Thank you, Dev. Sorry, I'm like locked in on getting these lines straight because this is slightly pedantic. But thank you, thank you. Okay, there is a small one here. And then there's the same on the other side. There's a really small little one here. And they are fences, so I do need to add like the tiny little attachments. And then on this side as well, attachments. Okay. And then there's a bigger pillar here. And then this part of the wall is entirely dark. This dark color. Okay. Need to get a bit more of the pigment. More black, a bit more purple. A little bit of water. Okay. Let's do the window. This line work is hard, chat. It's hard to get perfectly bang on. Okay, I think we got it, chat. I think we got it. Now, I know there's no line. Welcome back, Potato. I know there's no line along here in the reference image, but I'm gonna add one just to frame the piece a bit better. Oh, I also need to do the door. I need to remember to do the door. And then I need to do it all over again so that I can saturate the color. I love working with watercolors. I do, actually. Watercolor is my favorite medium by far. Actually, I might not. I might see if I can frame it with shadow. Watercolors are your favorite? They're so pretty. They are so pretty. I love watercolor. It is definitely my go-to medium. Watercolor and then just sketches in general. Yeah. Oh, I haven't got my color pencils. I need to grab those as well. Because what I tend to do is I will do like a base of watercolor and then I will do like detail-y bits with color pencil just to help saturate the color, help to add a little bit more effect, so on and so forth. Okay. There is a style of watercoloring where it's quite like loose and almost, it's not abstract, but it is kind of, and they do like architectural sketches in that style, right? I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about, but it's quite a loose and flowy style, and I would love to learn how to paint a bit more like that. Just be a bit more like free in my sketches, I guess. Because I'm still quite rigid in my line work and all of that. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my art and stuff. Okay, that is basically all the line work done. There's a little pillar in the back here that I forgot to do. That's all of the line work done. Let's work on the background, then we can add some shadows, add some atmosphere, add some details. Let's paint some trees. We'll paint some happy little trees, guys. So, it's gonna be denser in the middle here. I need to make it darker. The color's too bright. Needs to be denser in the middle and then lighter on the outside. Oh, music stopped again. Yes. I don't like the auto pause of like, are you still watching the video? Yes, I'm still watching the video. Well, I'm not actually watching the video, I'm just playing it in the background for the music. This one has so much dust in it and needs a clean. Okay, let's add in some like leaf texture, I guess. This one as well, although we want it to be less obvious because it is further away, so we're just gonna fade it, blend it in a little bit. And this one as well, we're gonna blend it in just a tad, like that. There we go, we got a little tree. And we need, oh, birch trees have white trunks. Birch trees have white trunks. I did not leave space for a white trunk. The sun's come back. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure it will duck behind the cloud again, so I'm not going to change my camera stuff this time round. I'm gonna paint it pink actually, because there's a bit of a pink hue to the entire like picture, I guess. Now the cherry trees have actually dark logs, so we are going to actually paint that in. What location is this? This one is Scar's base. So cherry biome. Scar is an incredible builder, and I would highly recommend going in, watching their videos and seeing what they've created, because they're such a good builder. Gonna take a peek? Yeah, would highly recommend. Their design work is like the way they're able to just design stuff is so cool. Like the floor of this base is, I'm just taking heavy inspiration from on my own base. Yeah, and then there's Potato. Potato builds farms that are crazy and complicated, and I could only, heck, I couldn't even start to imagine how you approach that. It's a whole nother kettle of fish. Farms scare me slightly, just slightly. Okay, I need to put like shadow on basically this entire face of the tree. I want to make the grass darker, but I think I need to like just wash the entire painting with a dark blue color. Most of the legwork has already been done for you, so you just build off light matter and the process kind of reverse. That's, I mean, that still takes a lot of thinking process, right? Like figuring it out and doing the reverse engineering. Because like if something breaks, you have the knowledge and understanding to fix it, right? That's still a lot of thinking required. Give me 2 seconds, I need to clear my throat again, chat. What's the build palette, Scarlet, if I can ask? Speaking of, what are we speaking of? Oh, this. Oh yeah, the llama's gone, right? Oh, good luck. You got this. You got this. I need like to add some glow because I forgot to paint the lanterns on. Loads of things from the end, especially purple. Yeah, that's definitely not early game friendly. But it's nice to hear that you're using purple, because I don't hear a lot of people use that or talk about wanting them in their builds, but I actually think it's kind of a nice-ish purpley color. I hope you have a backup llama in case something goes wrong. Finding the 2 was hard enough. Yeah, llamas are finicky. Although, if you need, Cat has 2 in her My brain is not functioning at the moment. Cat has 2 in their base if you want to breed them. You want more light color blocks? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I need to add like the lanterns on the top, the light. There's none on that one, but there is on these ones. And kind of pull out. Okay, so we've added a little bit of warmth to the glass. We're going to add a little bit of purple to the glass as well, because there are some parts where I think Sky might have actually used purple glass. Thank you for the posture check. I did actually need it. I end up bending over too much while I'm painting, and it's not exactly good. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. We need like shadow in there. Shadows. Because this is the corner, so it needs to be kind of shady. Okay, let's go through and add a bunch of like really dark shadows in where we need to along the base. And then we can try and figure out this bottom part, because I need to blend it, add grass, add stuff like that, which is gonna be fun. So there'll be a pretty heavy shadow along here, just basically along this entire room. And then down here. That should basically entirely be in shadow. I need to saturate this a lot, because it's a little too dark at the moment. A bit of shadow along here. There is heavy shadow in here. Okay, now I've oversaturated it. And heavy shadow along here. Shadows there. This part is kind of along the bottom in shadow, but there's also light from the torch there, or lantern there. Pretty decent shadow up in here. That part's shadowed. And then along here, this is basically entirely in shadow. This part here is in shadow, and then there's shadow along here. And I will also add shadow basically along the bottom of this. Like that. Now I need to do the grass, which is fun. We'll add some of the flowers in, because there's a couple of little pink petals and flowers kind of like scattered around. And we'll put some like leaves, I guess, under the trees. Pink, pretty. Okay, I need to make a dark green, but the dark green is hard and annoying to make. And that might be a little too dark, I don't really know. We'll add a bit of yellow in just to get some warmth. and a bit more green. Okay, that works. We'll saturate that so that we have enough paint, and then we're just going to go over it, I reckon. That worked. That's the job. Now I need to add this dark blue purple shadow around the grass where the base casts shadow onto the I probably should let that dry a bit first. We'll go add in the trunks here. Add it in with a bit of orange as well. Trunk of this tree. A little bit of tree trunk in the back there as well. We're going to add some little pink harnesses to the heavy gusts. Like that. And like that. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and a half. Okay, that's not bad actually. That's not too bad at all. We might be able to do another painting after this if we decide we still want to keep going. If you guys are enjoying it, then we might go and do another person's face as well. Add some brown to the shadow of the grass as well. Oh. Shadow and shadows along here. Be quite heavy shadows in one. You're enjoying it? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Now we need to do the sky. And then basically wash the entire thing with a dark blue so that we get the nice effect on everything. That's good to hear. So maybe we will keep going. I guess then it depends on how I feel after finishing this. Whether I can keep going, because I am still a little bit sick. Okay. Brain work, please. Sky. That's what I was doing. Sky. We're gonna start with a very light orange wash along this bottom part. Like along here. We're gonna like just very kind of wash the sky because I want the sky to kind of not be the focal point. I want it to be light and subtle. And then when we darken it with like the entire like wash, it'll, you know, be there, I guess, but not like in your face. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or if I'm kind of just spouting words that could potentially make some semblance of sense. I don't know. I'm gonna fade that to purple. Happy lurk. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your lurk. Good to have you on board. Okay, let's go in with this one. A little bit of blue along the top here. No, I've got to be careful not to paint the happy ghasts. We don't want to paint the ghasts. And then we want our darkest colour. Okay, dark blue. And we'll fade it along there. Don't want to paint the happy gust. The happy gust needs to stay unpainted. We'll darken the sky up. Okay, now we need to add some clouds, so we're going to go in with a dark purple, a dark purpley blue color, and just like dab in clouds while it's still wet, I guess, like a base. And then when it dries, we can add the details of the clouds in a little bit better. Very fine layer of clouds here, and then as we approach the top, the clouds get bigger. Oh, that is very saturated orange. Not that you guys can see, because I realized I have moved the painting. Okay. We'll add some orange, particularly along these bottom clouds where it's actually sitting in the orange part. Just add some orange highlights along the clouds, like that. And I'd say that the painting part is mostly done. This is what we're working with. I'd say the painting part is mostly done. We're going to wash it with a dark blue, and then we're going to go and get our color pencils and add the little details, and yeah. We do need to let that dry though. So, I've been going for an hour 40 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break. Go bathroom, fill my drink bottle up properly this time, all of that sort of fun stuff. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. And hopefully this will have dried by then, because they're really thin layers. You know, maybe. Anyway, I'll be right back. back now, chat, and we are going to do the last painting part of this, and then we're going to color pencil details and then line art, which will be fun. But yeah, this is basically dry enough. So I'm gonna get my fancy brushes out now. These are like my expensive brushes. They're so soft. They're so soft. Because these ones are synthetic, and they're alright. And these ones are the ones I use the most. This one, and then I've got a slightly smaller one, which is a little bit broken. Like you can probably see that that's moving. This joint is loose. It's fine. It's fine. But I am going to take the bigger brush because we're basically trying to wash it with a dark. I think I might go with a purple, like a warm purple color. So we'll do purple. We'll get some pink in there. And we'll get some of the black in there as well. And we're going to do this in very thin layers. Now this could either 1, make it look really cool, or 2, completely ruin it. We're about to find out. I do need to make it a bit darker though, because that's darker cut wise, because it's still quite light. Now it's too cold. More pink. That's bang on. That is basically perfect. Just so we don't get paint on the mouse pad. And we're kind of just gonna brush the entire thing with this. Do it hopefully pretty evenly. I hope this doesn't ruin it. You know what? I will take it. I think it worked. I think it worked. I will add a little more darkness around like key points of interest. So like around the base here, we'll darken that up a little bit because it should be quite dark. Around these shadows here. And along this top part. So we'll avoid the ghast. And then we'll just like fade it down. Cool. Cool. We'll just rinse that off slightly. And now we have to wait a long time for that to dry before we can do anything else. Because a big wash like that is going to take a while. I feel like I should have done that before I went on my break. So what are you guys up to, chat? What are y'all doing? You guys having a good day? We are literally watching paint dry here. Okay, let me see if I can show you what this looks like. Because the sun is back and it's looking quite washed out on the camera. Can I make a shadow? I don't know, I think it's not. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup on the palette and then, oh no. A little bit of cleanup work on the palette and then we're gonna pop it to the side and I will explain what's happening next with the color pencils. Yeah, just gonna dab dry stuff. Okay, I can go in the bin. Move that to the side. We have a bunch of color pencils, and when this is dry enough for me to work on, we're gonna go over with a bunch of color pencils. These ones are Stabilo. I love these ones. And just add a couple of like detail-y bits, texture, all of that fun stuff. And then I need to decide whether I want to use which pen I want to use. Whether I want to use one of my Artline fancy fine liners, or if I just want to use my regular pen. I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're kind of waiting for paint to dry. Yes. I mean, I guess I could sneak peek you guys some of my build ideas for my base. Because I have this sketchbook as well, which is just my content ideas. I have a lot of sketchbooks, guys. This is my base. This is what it's gonna look like eventually at some point. Yeah, I love doing architecture sketches, builds and sketches and stuff like this. This is fun. Like I went through and did a bunch of planning and bits and pieces. I don't know if the camera is focusing or not. I don't know how focused the camera is. But I've been doing some interior sketches, which look messy to me as well, don't worry. And some like roof ideas. Little spoilers. I'm not gonna talk you through them too much because I am trying to get an episode done on it. But yes, that's what I've been working on. In the background, there's a lot of thought that goes into my Biome base, and a lot of my bases, like all of my bases that feature on my channel, are in that sketchbook as well. Can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to be done. Surely this is dry enough to work with now. Come on. I think. No, definitely not. We could start sketching for another piece while we wait for that to dry. Look over to a clean page. We might prop that up so that there's still some airflow. We might start sketching another piece then. Whether we get to painting this one, I don't know. So we have froggies. It's also really dark colors, so I don't think we're going to be working with froggies. Not, at least not right now. We could do mine, but it's not done, and I'm not happy that it's not done. I don't want to paint it till it's done. So the only two, I guess, kind of completed ones is Vero's and Cam's. And I'm leaning more towards Vero's simply because Cam's is kind of busy in here with all the happy ghasts and everything, like these parts. I'm assuming you can see the previews. Oh, nope. Okay, but I'm kind of thinking this one. I like the composition of this one. I like the grass. I think it's cute. So we might go with that one. So let's get the pencils back out. Get the eraser back out. We're gonna do some sketching. Now, like I said, I don't know whether or not I'm going to paint this one today, but I'll at least get a sketch. So there is a line, a horizon line, that sits quite low along here. I mean, we could make this just a pen sketch. We could just do a pen sketch for this one. Would that be a vibe? I think if I like doing just a sketch though. Like froggies would be better suited for a sketch. Or cams would work for a sketch. Chat, oh no, I need a second opinion. I need a second opinion. You think pharaohs? For a sketch or for a painting? I don't have a photo of your base potato. I forgot to take screenshots, so I was running around 10 minutes before my stream, just going through the closest portals. I will get to everyone's. I do want to paint everyone's base. That is like my tiny mental goal, is to paint everyone's base. I think I'll paint Vero's base. I've tried drawing your base, Dev. There's a lot of organic shapes and that's hard with perspective. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait for now. Like, I'm still gonna do it at some point. Okay, the angle of this lens kind of goes like this. That's the perspective. I think I'm working in 3-point perspective here, guys. Or slightly fisheye lens, in a way. Like, this will be a fun one. Great composition for photography. Not so fun for sketching. Okay. The highest point is there. We wanna... Circles are hard. That's too big. That's too big. That's because that's too high up. I am streaming. I need to keep talking. Why did I stop talking? I like locked in. Okay, so we've got the main dome there. And then it kind of curves like that. This needs to be more of a circle shape, I guess, rather than like a elongated oval. So like that. Okay, then we can go straight down from there and like that. Then on this side there is another dome here, like that. And then there is a dome, not a dome, a piece that runs like that. And like this, down like that, and like that, and like that. And then a bridge that connects these together. It's on a slight upwards angle because the entire base meets at this perspective here. Line there, line there, line there. We'll fix these two lines here. And then here, the dome is like this. Kind of just blends into the background. Like that. And the grass is, or the grass line is dead straight along there. Cool. Now we can start to add a couple of little details in, like this arched door frame here. Kind of looks like a Pokeball. The middle one looks like the basketball. The outer two ones look like Pokeballs. Okay, and then he's got a border over the glass, a rim that runs like this. And then here as well. And this one's kind of gonna add the depth and the shape to it. Kind of perspective. I need to remember that as it reaches the top, it's much skinnier. It's further away. At the bottom here, it's quite big, quite significantly wider. Okay, then we have a entrance here, and then walls outside here as well. I realize I've done it again where I was leaning on an angle, and so my painting is, or my sketch is wonky, so I might need to restart if I can't fix it. Time to tweak things. Okay, it doesn't look too off center. Too off center being the main point. Like, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great, but it also doesn't look terrible. And these need to be all the way down, like that. And then there's a couple of little details in here. Little things which I don't know why I'm going too overboard with, because this is to be painted, not to be sketched. Okay, there is a rim that runs along here though. Like that. And then the walkway between the two sections. And then there's a framework that holds that up in place, like so. And we're gonna add the entrance over it, I guess. Like that. And then we'll just move on to the hi dog, welcome in. Don't apologize for missing stream. Glad to see you here now. How does that, okay, that door, the center is like here. So the door frame would be like that. And then, mate, if you're out, focus on being out and doing stuff. You don't have to be in stream. Like, I appreciate you being here, but you don't have to be here all the time. Doc, no bullying potato in the chat. Okay. You're okay. Okay, help. I wish I'd gotten a couple more reference images from other angles so I know what what the things are meant to look like. I'm just kind of filling in shapes and hoping for the best. True, he did. But like... Okay, so there is a rim that runs along there that's white, and then along the bottom as well, like that. And actually these would be triangular. I don't know why I'm making them Minecrafty. Like, I haven't done that for anything else. Then there's like a little section here. And on this side it's the same. There's two. Okay, it's not the same, but I'm gonna pretend it's the same for simplicity's sake. Okay, then this has an arch over the top. Yeah, I'm waiting for this one to dry properly so I can do sketches over the top and do the color pencils and stuff. And then I'm just doing a sketch at the moment. I'm not going to do everyone's base today. I think I'm only going to do finish scars and then probably make a start on the painting of arrows before I call it. Because I still do have stuff to do. I still have an episode that I need to edit at stuff, and then I've got streams I need to plan for the rest of the month. And then on this side there's that, and then that, and then on that side there's none because you can't see it. You should totally draw your non-existent base. I already have. See? This is your one, Doc. What do you think? Do you like it? Yeah, it's a perfect representation of your base. Okay, and then this just has a bunch of zigzags across it. Cool, cool. And then on this side, there's a pillar there. And then it's basically the same as this side, so. But thanks to perspective and horizon, we only see basically this top section, so that's really easy. That's good. I don't want to have to figure out the perspective of that again. Stop fighting in my chat. You know, fight in Potato's chat, or I'd say Doc's chat. Doc, you don't stream. Never mind. Guess you do have to fight in my chat. Okay, there's a tree, and we'll add some artistic license and make the tree come up a little bit taller than it actually does in the photo. And then there's a bunch of grass right there. Okay, that is Pharaoh's base. That's the sketch for Pharaoh's base. Let me I tipped a razor dust into my mouse pad. Okay, this is the sketch. We will paint that eventually, but for now, we have a painting to detail. So let's swap the reference image over so we're on the right one so that I can see what we're doing. Got a bunch of color pencils. Come on, you two, behave. Disappointing, guys. Disappointing. Okay, where are my purple, pink? The sun is definitely being finicky today. It's really dark. Okay, I might have to turn my main light on now because I don't think the sun's coming back. Hopefully, because I have adjusted some of my brightness already when the sun was around. You should be able to see. You can see. Okay, cool. I'm not sure how well you can see though. Because yes. What am I getting? Greens, the dark one, and the brown. Wow, dog. Wow. Okay. Where's my dark blue? That one. I'm pretty sure I have a dark purple as well, don't I? That's my black color pencil. Okay. We're gonna start by trying to add some detail and texture in here. And kind of define bits and pieces with the color pencils. And we can add like the brick texture as well. I always get really scared starting this process, and it's very much trust the process. Oh my goodness. The adults are fighting in the chat. Come on guys, get along. Get along. I feel like I shouldn't have started with dark colors. I should have started with the the pink. I should have started with the pink. Okay, I'm gonna stop the dark colors. I'm gonna start with pink. Okay, so this part here, that's the wrong color. That's the right color, the purpley one. I kind of want a better range of color pencils because they're not dark enough to do night scenes like this. I should have just waited until the sun rose, but it was so pretty at night. It was so pretty. This isn't dry enough either. But you can kind of see parts being more defined as I'm adding the colors to them. But yeah, it's not perfectly dry, so it is kind of being patchy and finicky in corners, and which is fun. And then a bit of pink in the middle here. Just trying to define the glass a little bit more. Okay, let's go over with the pink. Well, you know, when you both are fighting, I'm just trying to, like, you know, pretend you're not fighting in chat. You both need to grow up. Oh my goodness, guys. This is kind of entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. I need to remember that I am streaming and I need to talk to you guys. When I do art, I kind of just like zone the world out. But I am streaming and you guys are somehow still watching me do this. So one, thank you very much, and two, I'm sorry that I keep zoning out. Okay, let's try and get some texture on the wood. Try and get some plank texture on the wood. We go back and forth this way with the brush, the pencil. And maybe we can get some kind of vague semblance of texture. You are entertaining. It's funny watching you guys have a cat fight in the chat. Okay, now I think I can go over and do the pillar texture. Cat fight. Yeah, cat boy. Because you'd know what that is. Welcome back, Scarlett. Welcome back. Potato and Doc are arguing. As they do. As one does. I don't know, they just decided to start insulting each other. It's quite entertaining, actually. And at this point, I'm just sit back and enjoy the show, I guess. darken in the shadowy bits and just soften through the rest. This part needs to be darker because it'd be in shadow. Along the bottom there is darker, it's in shadow. This part is darker because of the shadows. And then we can move on to detailing the background a bit. Okay. That is the detail added to the base. I'm not sure how well that's going to pick up on the camera though. Don't worry, I will post like proper photos on my socials so that you guys can see better art photos. Exactly, Starlet. Okay, got a question for you. Is it Scarlet or Starlet? Because I know your alt account is Starlet, or your other account is Starlet. Which one? But this one's Scarlet. So which one do you prefer to be called by? Doc, and you say you're not a cat boy. Guess Scarlet, though either works. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get some accurate tree bark on with this tiny scale that I'm working at here. Okay, let's try and get some texture into trees. The original count is Starlet. Vero kept misreading it as Scarlet, and then okay, cool. Yeah, I just wasn't sure because I've seen both of your accounts in my chat, and yeah, because you started talking in my chat as Scarlet, so I wanted Scarlet, but yeah, I just wanted to check, make sure I'm not mispronouncing your name or saying the wrong name or anything. Okay, I've screwed up the leaves. That's not good. That is not good. I've screwed up. The leaves don't look good. It's fine. Trust the process. Trust the process. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let's add some texture to the leaves. And then the bamboo is a much lighter green. Okay, I see. Well, as long as you don't mind me, because I think I kind of swap between the two sometimes. Yeah, if you have a preferred, let me know, and I will call you by that one. This, I don't like when pencils do this. They're like lots of light on this side, and then you spin it over, and it's like nothing. So annoying. Doc, that took a long time for you to think of that. That felt like it took a while. Okay, let's add some detail to the happy casts. Sure. Do I have a grey colour? I do have a grey coloured pencil. Colour the lenses in grey. And outline them in brown. No, you've got other things to do. Go and do your other things. I love that, Scarlett. I love that. Give me 2 seconds. I need to clear my throat again, chat. Okay, I am back. And we're gonna do some grass. I'm gonna draw some grass in. Dog. Dog, can you time potato out for a bit, please? Really, mate? Really? Don't actually time him out. I hate puppy. Sorry, I've zoned out again. I went like lock-in art mode. Well, I guess you guys are kind of entertaining yourself, to be honest. Do I even need to be talking? You guys are just figuring things out in your own time. Okay. Color pencil's done. I think it's time to outline. Now the question is, do I outline with this one? Or do I outline with my outliners? The normal pen or my outliners? What did I do for froggies? Yeah, I think I did it with my outliners for froggies. I'm gonna try and do this really light, sketchy style. We'll go with a 0.3, I reckon. Is 0.3 too thin? Yes, that is too thin. See ya, Dev. Have a good sleep. Have a good time zone. That's better. 0.4 is better. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest. Thank you for jumping in. I'm scared to start outlining, guys. Because I'm quite heavy with my outlining. Okay, I'm gonna do a 0.3 because I know I can be extremely heavy with my outlining and I need to loosen up and relax more with it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start with the happy casts. I kind of want to be sketchy with my outline because that is generally what I tend to gravitate towards in art that I like seeing. Aw, stop bullying Dev. I always get really scared of outlining because I don't. Okay. Aww. Okay, so the hill comes down like this, and then comes along through here as well. And then we've got some grass that we can kind of flick in here a little bit. We might outline some of these petals as well. Not all of them, but just add a little bit of detail around some of them. Flick in the tree. And here as well, we're gonna flesh in some of the the leaves. And then the branches, yes. We are still drawing a tree after all. Okay. And then these petals here as well. And around here. Some grass. Definitely want some grass around the trees. And up, probably up around here as well by some of the base. And then we need to actually sketch in the tree. This one as well. Add some leaves. Thank you for the posture check. I did actually need it. I was getting a little too hunched over looking at the sketch. Okay. Thanks for the hydrate, dog. And potato. do like some lanterns. Thank you for the hydrates. Let me finish this little bit here. Okay, I'll outline the window and then 2 hydrates. Okay. Thank you for the hydrates, Doc. So you guys can actually see me drinking from my drink bottle now. I probably need to go and refill that at some point. Okay, now in this section I've got like a couple of trapdoor details, so I will be adding those in. Okay, then we'll add in this fence post one. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute, Scarlett. We'll knock in the wood. And then the pillar, and then some of the texture on the pillar. And some of these trapdoor details in Sky's base. And then along here, there's a little bit of detail work that needs to be done. Dog, don't eat my chat. That's bad. I don't appreciate that, dog. I like my chats very much. And then they've got little chains down here. Kind of, okay, this part here kind of reminds me of like birthday candles on a cake. Definitely not thinking of prank ideas. Okay, let's add some like, a little bit of texture to the wood. And then here as well, we want to add some of the brick texture. Like that. And then we're gonna run this along here. You know what I didn't do when I did the color pencils is I didn't color pencil the clouds, so we'll go in and do that after because the clouds won't necessarily be outlined. I'll add some plank texture. And then that. This one in the front here as well. I am like gripping my pen so tight. It's not great, chat. And then this pillar in here as well. Add perspective, Mickey. Add perspective to your builds. And then we can just finish like little details here, I guess. We want to get that part there. That line across there. And then glass like that, and then we go up here. Outline the lanterns. The top of the glass as well. And then the top of the glass along here. And then that on the other side. And I would say that that's done. Let's do a little bit of texturing on the parts that I missed along the clouds. Just adding a tiny little bit of shading underneath them. Just like this. And let me see how well that shows up on the camera. That's sky space. I don't know how well it's showing up. But yeah, that's sky space. Now we can... I have been streaming for 3 hours basically though. And I have got a piece. And it's gonna take me probably another couple of hours to get this one done as well. So what we might do is I might finish this one later, and we might end stream here. We might end stream here. Let me see who's live. Is anyone in Biome live? Can I raid into anyone? Is anyone I know live? No one I know is live. It is a bit of a weird time, so I might wait a little bit. I might wait a little bit, give it 10 minutes-ish. I guess we could start on the painting of this. Where's my eraser? And to do that, I need to erase my sketch so that I can no longer see it. Well, I can see it, but like very lightly. It will mean you guys will no longer be able to see it. Dog, don't eat my chat. I like my chat. Clean the eraser off. I mean, the thing is, I am going to keep painting, but talking about painting is slightly difficult sometimes. I am still kind of recovering. Okay, let's paint. Let's start painting. Let's get that back out so you can see what I'm doing. Let's put the paints back in the frame. Yeah, it's not nice though. Disappointing. We can start with his windows. Because he used light blue for the windows. If you're hungry, then go and get something to eat. Go and eat food. Don't eat potato. But go and eat something. Why am I blaming? Yeah. Why are we blaming potato? I don't know if potato's still here or not. We're gonna do the windows in a really light wash, I reckon. A really light blue wash. Potato doesn't feed his mods. Okay, yeah, potato, come on. I feed you with content. Although to be fair, I haven't been streaming a lot lately. I'm hoping this week I'll finally have a kind of back to normal schedule, although the week after I will be without power for a bit, so my schedule will be disrupted again. And then I've got work both days on the weekend, so my schedule will be disrupted then as well. Which is fun. Do I need to time dock out, Starlet? Do you want me to time dock out for you? Okay, so there's blue there. And then some of these windows are blue glass as well. You've been timed out by what? Dog? Why did you? Huh? Uh-huh. I see. Okay, let's do the yellow caution parts of the base. There's actually much simpler base to paint, sketch, draw, whatever you want to say about it. So we might be able to finish this one faster than we did Scar's one. Also helps that also helps that it's in broad daylight. But we'll do our base colors and then we'll wrap it up there. Doc, don't abuse your powers. Don't abuse being mod or I'll remove you from mod and I'll give it to someone else. That's a different story. But do you have enough points for that? Do you have enough points for that? Because I feel like if you had enough points for that, then hang on, I'm trying to remember how many points that's worth. Well, if you abuse the power of mod, then yes, I would. I'll find someone else. I see. No. Don't worry, Starlet. Even if Doc's being mean, I appreciate having you around. Okay. You're so dramatic. So dramatic. I can direct your what redeem is 15k channel points? I need to remember what are my redeems worth? See, I feel like if you had enough points for that, there's a slightly cheaper redeem that you want to do first, Doc. So I don't think you do have enough points for that. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I'm 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm not sure if I've included that in the thingy. Does it say on mine? Time out someone. Okay, it doesn't say. I'm gonna say it now. 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna finish up these base colors and then I am going to call it because my brain is very much in streamer brain mode and is slowly melting. It's hard to paint and yap because I generally am a quiet, concentrating mode when I'm painting. But this has been fun. It's been fun getting to do a little bit of art on stream with you guys. Yeah, so this is where we've gotten up to with Pharaohs. Very light colors, unfortunately. I will finish this maybe later today. I don't really know. I do have some stuff that I need to do on the server, so I'll mess around with those things first. But it has been fun. Who's live right now? Do we want to raid into someone? Who is alive at the moment? I don't think anyone I know is live. Oh, Ender's live. No? Huh? Did Ender go live? I think this is bugging. Just slightly. Because Ender is not live, but this is saying Ender's live. That's not right. Yeah, I don't know why it was telling me that they were. Okay. Well, in that case, I might just head off. Might not raid into anyone because I'm not seeing anyone that I know being live. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. This was a lot of fun. We got one painting, if I can find it. We got one painting done. We will get the other one done later, but I've got things I need to do. It's lunchtime. I want to go eat something. So yeah, you guys have an amazing time zone, amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys all Thursday. Yes, I will see you guys all on Thursday. Bye bye. I don't know how to wave to the camera. Bye bye.